back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here. And you can see we are in a remote studio today, but you know what? I got to quit saying that because 90% of what we do is remote. That's what we're all about. So that's
You're always in the studio, Chris.
Absolutely. Wherever I am, the studio is. Is that right?
Okay. That's right.
And of course, we're going to another remote studio right now. Ryan Hundt, the CEO of Michigan Works. And Ryan, it's always good to spend time with you. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Chris?
Good. You know, like you, running to keep up if possible.
Yep. That's the name of the game.
Something always happening. So I understand that there's some pretty significant U.S. Department of Labor rule changes that are being proposed regarding the Wagner-Peyser Act. You know, you might explain what the Wagner-Peyser Act is and then what the impact of these rule changes would be.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris. Great to be here, as always, with you every single month on the Michigan Business Network. It's probably important to talk a little about exactly what the Wagner-Peyser Act is and the impact that it has on our workforce system, not just here in Michigan, but nationwide. The Wagner-Peyser Act, back in 1933, during the Great Depression, that piece of legislation was passed at the federal level. And that act really helped develop and implement the nationwide public employment system that stands today and helps deliver services to both job seekers and employers here in Michigan and across the entire country. So the Michigan Works staff across the entire state, last year alone, they delivered services to over 200,000 job seekers, primarily through services that are directly a part of the Wagner-Peyser Act. Now, Michigan is a little bit unique when it comes to delivering Wagner-Peyser services compared to most other states in the country. For the past few decades, Michigan has been able to deliver those services at the local level using local staff through the Michigan Works Network. And that helps ensure things like customer service excellence and consistency and accountability across the entire network. The newly proposed rules that were just released at the end of April by the Department of Labor, and again, right now, I want to emphasize those are proposed, and we are currently working on public comment to help hopefully claw those back a little bit and reframe the conversation around local solutions for local labor challenges. But the newly proposed rules that were released at the end of February would require the delivery of those workforce services to be done not by your local Michigan Works staff, but they would actually be delivered by state merit staff or state of Michigan employees. That change, again, would end Michigan's long-standing delivery model that utilizes local staff to ensure responsiveness, efficiency, and excellent customer service. And if those rules are fully implemented, that would have a devastating impact across the entire Michigan Works network, impacting approximately 21% of the statewide Michigan Works agency staff who either fully or partially deliver Wagner-Peyser services under the existing structure. And then it would change over to state merit staff having to deliver those services. Those individuals may not necessarily be trained on Wagner-Peyser delivery of services in its current form. They may also lack local relationships that the Michigan Works Network has built up over the course of decades. And they also may not be available in all regions of the state at the same time, again, undercutting the consistency in customer service excellence that is a part of the Michigan Works Network. So therefore, it's imperative that we continue to maintain that flexibility of local solutions for local labor market challenges. And the most effective means of that delivery of services is by maintaining the existing structure here in Michigan.
Yeah, you know, you're talking about an act that was in the 30s. Why is the Department of Labor proposing these rules now?
From what we can gather, the U.S. Department of Labor is proposing these rule changes primarily to allow for better alignment with each state's unemployment system that they say would allow states to become even more responsive to unemployment claims during periods of high surge. The counter argument to that approach, and we think it's a valid counter argument, is that when there is a surge in unemployment claims, there's also a correlated high volume need for employment services for job seekers. And right now, that's currently delivered by Michigan Works staff across the entire state. We can also think back to the early days of the pandemic when there was an unprecedented influx of unemployment claims here in the state of Michigan that needed to move through the system. It was the Michigan Works Network that really stepped up alongside our partners at the Unemployment Insurance Agency that volunteered to assist in handling over 1 million calls and thousands of different claims, and we're moving people along through the process of unemployment. And when claimants were unable to get a response from UIA, they were not able to obtain a response directly from them. They received that assistance through the Michigan Works Network. So again, not only are we able to be responsive to the needs of employers and job seekers through the delivery of services under the Wagner-Peyser Act, but we've proven time and again that the Michigan Works Network really is there to support the Unemployment Insurance Agency during those periods of high volume in terms of claims.
It almost sounds like somebody trying to do the right thing without exploring the unknown consequences of it.
Sure.
Look, got about a half a minute. What programs that you currently administer at Michigan Works are going to be affected?
It's a wide range of programs. I won't read all of them off of to you, Chris, but things like the refugee and immigrant navigator services, job fairs and industry-led collaboratives, the Clean Slate Initiative that helps with expungement services, veteran services, the Going Pro Talent Fund, just to name a few. Those are some of the services that would be directly impacted in a negative fashion if these rules are to be fully implemented.
Well, Ryan Hundt, the CEO of Michigan Works Association, based in Lansing, Michigan, thanks so much for being with us, and thanks for fighting this kind of a thing. It's good to have a big brother.
Thanks,
All right, Berta. All right, you have a good day.
You too.
Thanks for watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back.